My God. It must be satanic. Okay, I'm glad we got that out of the...
What a story, Mark.
Oh, that was Mimi. I like that. Okay, scratch the cinematics. Let's just... A couple weeks ago, I met with some friends, like, IRL, which is a very interesting thing because that doesn't happen a lot with me. Essentially, one of them gave me this. Now, we'll go into that in a second. I promised the person who gave this to me that I'd show their address, which is on the box. Here's their address. You can go to their house and stalk them. That being said, I mean, thanks to Scott Fox for this. This is going to be super exciting. Before we talk about that, the last video didn't do super hot, which is a shame because I spent a lot of time on it. It was a little bit too shaky for me, and I was actually using a tripod, which I thought was pretty funny, and it like sort of serves me right, I guess. I don't know. Most people either didn't comment on that or passive-aggressively just said that tripods are on sale on Amazon. That was an actual comment, so I sort of get the point. I don't like the shakiness, but it's like something that comes with having a handheld camera. Well, I was holding onto a tripod, and I was just like holding onto it, and that was enough to shake it like this. So I'm not sure if the YouTube algorithms just didn't like it, or if people just didn't click. Wait a second. Let's document this here. I thought somebody was coming into the room to interrupt me filming, and look who it is. It's my dog. He's trying to open up the door. Here, do you want to come in? No, he... Change your mind? You coming in? Doofus, what, you just checking out, seeing what's going on? Okay. He doesn't like the doors to be closed because it's like he likes all the doors to be open. It's quite like a mental thing, I think. He wants to be able to achieve all of his goals, and in order for that to happen, he needs options, you know? Anyways, what was I saying before my dog opened the door and distracted me? He's opening it again. Georgie, you have a problem. Last video didn't do super well. I'm not sure why. I thought, besides the shakiness, it was okay. If you haven't seen that yet, comment below and tell me if it was because it wasn't recommended to you or if you just weren't interested in the subject. And if you are interested but you haven't seen it, you should watch it right now. Are you happy now, you weirdo? Okay, good. Back on topic, basically I met up with some of my online friends in real life. You know, Z-Leo from the... He drew the art that's on this 3D print right here. He also doodled that right there, which I thought turned out really good. Anyways, one of the other people who was there is Scott Fox, who gave me this box. Now, at first, because it was our first time meeting and it was super awkward, he handed this to me, and I was looking at the box, and I wasn't sure if there was anything inside of it. I, for one, was just excited for the box, because, I mean, look at this thing. It's clearly a bootleg Zootopia something, because... This is why I don't use tripods. It's clearly a bootleg Zootopia something because, you know, you have Cine Story comic right there. Then it says Step Into Reading. That's a book cover. Little Golden Book. That's another book cover. At the top, it has this. Which is like straight off of like a Giphy or something. Like that's just like a meme. And on the bottom of it, I thought this was really interesting. It says cast of characters, and it's like these really pixelated text. All the actors they have listed here are correct, I think. Look at that picture. Look how the background is cut out. I don't know. I thought it was very weird. It's obviously not an official thing. And basically, he went on to explain to me that he was on AliExpress. It's that website where you can go on there and buy cheap things shipped directly from foreign countries, typically somewhere in Asia like China or Japan. We also discussed in another video how they have a bunch of bootlegs and stuff on there. Copyright law is really hard to hold up overseas because, I mean, I'm not even sure how China's government, I don't think they even acknowledge copyright law. Either that or it's just they don't enforce it very well. He found this figurine online on here, and it's a really good price, considering how big this box is. Judging from these pictures, it looks pretty good, but, you know, I'm not sure how well the painting will actually be. Anyways, he bought it because he thought it would be fun, and he never ended up taking it out or anything, and he figured I could make a video about it, and it might be interesting. So, obviously, that's very nice of him, so I said, of course I'll do that. On a completely unrelated note, while I'm opening this up, I just passed my driver's license test today. So that's super exciting, and I'm gonna go eat sushi later, and I'm very excited about that. I don't know why I'm telling you this, I want to mention the fact that I'm eating sushi because I'm so excited. Ooh. That felt perverse. Oh! 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 So there's styrofoam pieces everywhere now. It's great. True horror. Oh gosh, it's upside down. Okay, I mean, first impressions are not bad besides the fact that the styrofoam is going everywhere. First problem is basically this doesn't stand, it won't stand upright. Scott, which is not his real name, this doesn't stand up by itself, which will be a problem, but I think we can fix that by 3D printing something quite easily. I mean, for now, we could just rest the tail up like that against the styrofoam. I think this looks fantastic. It seems nice enough quality, and besides the fact it doesn't stand up, I mean, compared to the pictures, that's exactly what we were promised. We should get some macro shots here, shouldn't we? I mean, pretty nice. This is weird. The tie, do we have any focus? Hocus pocus, give me some focus. This will have to do. So if you look right there, you can see that the tie is like separated. It's not molded together, which is interesting. I mean, yeah, that's pretty dang legit. 35 bucks, I think that's what he would. Maybe he paid more. I'm not sure, but I mean, it looks pretty nice, actually. I'm impressed. I think what I'm going to do is 3D print some sort of stand for it so it can stand up on its own. I can put it directly over there where next to the Fluffy Boy thing, where the Litecoin thing is now. Scott, thank you, because this is actually, like, jokes aside, because the box is completely hilarious, I'm pretty impressed. Like, slight little defects on it, but considering the fact that this is a bootleg, I mean, right there, it looks like there's a crack in the acrylic, or I'm assuming it's acrylic paint. I have no idea. Once you can get it to stand up, which I'm gonna 3D print a little stand like I previously mentioned, I think this thing's fantastic. I think this thing is good enough for the box itself. I mean, come on. This box is really high quality. Typically, when you have a box of a bootleg something, they're not detailed or, the printing looks bad. But I mean, seriously, they even got the little inside flaps here. Just look at that. This will be sitting on top of here. That's its resting place, the box, because that box needs to be shown prominently. KK, I just designed a thing in CAD. I am 3D printing it now. We'll see how it looks. Yay, I finished, finally. Now my battery's about to die, so I gotta speed myself up here. 3D printed this thingy, and it didn't work very well, so I dremeled out the bottom and then just filled it in with hot glue until it like molded to the feet there. And now it stands up. So, that's great. Okay, now the outro that I filmed earlier. Thank God for that, because I'm exhausted. Bye. So, okay, that was pretty fun. I'm quite impressed with this thing. I know this is a bit of a short video, but let's just set. Yeah, okay, there you go. Just sit like that. I have a lot of cool videos planned, possible fats involved. I know I'm gonna do a sort of unrelated thing with that Raspberry Pi. I'm still waiting for parts. That's gonna be in a couple weeks. In addition to my normal reminder of being like, hey, you can also find my videos on Vimeo. I'm on Twitter too, so if you guys want to check out my Twitter, you should. And then also Vimeo, like I said, is another website where I upload all my videos, and they're in like a bit higher quality than YouTube. So if you're interested in that, you can head over there. Also, thanks to all my Patreon supporters, as always, ChipFlake, Ocelot, Jamie, Magic, Empathy, and Dex. Magic does some really awesome art, and they have their own Patreon where you can support their stuff. That's you should check that out, definitely. I think that's it. Speaking of the awards video, you should check that out if you haven't seen it yet. It would mean a lot to me, and it was also a blast, so talk to you soon.